Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Workshop, featuring Duelyst. In the previous episode, we lost 2 games, but that's absolutely fine. I like playing my Control Ionar deck because I can still improve upon it, even if I've gone through like at least 5 different iterations. So we're up against a Kasiva, and literally all Kasivas are playing Shadow Nova. So it's better off to get rid of my big drops and hopefully draw into my Lightbenders. I used to disrespect Lightbender a lot, mostly because I thought that dispelling stuff wasn't that useful, and that was true in the old alpha days, because dispelling stuff like an Iron Cleave wasn't good. But now that we're up against a meta where a lot of people have precious units that do a lot of cool, interesting effects, the ability to dispel Megazord, your opponent's Shadow Novas, is really good. This Grandmaster Zir is the star player of this matchup. Opponent Abyssians usually have enough damage with their Shadow Novas to kill you if you're at 25 health. But the moment you got to 37 health or something like that, suddenly they don't have enough damage to kill you. Especially with Grandmaster Zir, making it really, really hard to do that. Oh, that's interesting. Again, of course, just choose to play the Silverguard Knight and force him to have 1 damage. Or I can play Lasting Judgment and immediately kill this. I will not do that. Actually, okay, this is the play. So this play deals with a multitude of factors, but mainly the reason why I don't want to play Silverguard Knight is because all Kasivas run Demonic Lure, and Demonic Lure can be very dangerous for my Silverguard Knight because he just puts it away. So the reason why I attack the Primus Fist is if he does Demonic Lure my Silverguard Knight, I can still auto-attack the Primus Fist and still kill it. Sorry about this. I'm just gonna double check whether or not... Yes, okay. Yeah, I always have to double check my settings before, but sometimes I forget, so I'm sorry about that. So what unit is summoned? Of course, if he silences this, which is a thing that some Kasiva decks run, this can still trade, and there goes the Repulsor Beast, so it's almost like a Demonic Lure. Was he actually considering attacking my face? If so, that would have been a very interesting choice. He attacked my... Dogs, please. Dogs, I'm doing a show. Wait. I mean, I love you guys, but I'm doing a show. Shh, I'm doing a show. Okay, so... This is that was a very interesting play from him, and I don't know why he did that. Why did he attack me with his Primus Fist? I don't know. But this does signal me something. It's signaling to me that he's trying to be aggressive. Because why would you trade the Primus Fist for any reason? Because that would have blocked off my positioning. That's so weird. It would have also spread my resources because I would have to pick between hitting the Primus Fist or the Displacer Beast, Repulsor Beast. Lasting Judgment can go for now, hopefully to draw me into more provokes and or heals. There's the second star of this matchup. So without any cards in his field, I don't know what he's doing. It's very interesting. It could just likely be a misplay on my opponent's part though. I mean, I couldn't read too far into it, right? But I'm gonna give my opponent the respect he deserves and assume that that was a signal for him being aggressive. Playing my Primus Fist here, he's just moving all my units. This really signals to me something else, though. We'll talk about what that is when this next turn happens. Jeez Louise, my opponent's being super aggressive. So next turn is 6 mana. And with 6 mana comes awesome things. Do I take this? That'll give me 7 mana. Does 7 mana matter? Nope. But I will take this. Buff that. So next turn I'll have 6 mana. And I can place my unit here. And then get the Zir out. But Zir won't be out until later on. I'm just saying that that's a possibility. Oh, here come my threats. So this is the problem I had in the last game, and as I was not drawing my threats, I was just simply drawing into the removal. Usually, that's more than good enough, but sometimes if your opponent's too aggressive and you don't draw any of the heals and your threats, it's gonna be a big problem. If you just drew all answers and your opponent's not even giving you things to answer anymore, that's the problem. But this opponent has wasted a lot of resources on removal. Honestly, I don't know what he's doing. So he's probably gonna move this one again. So the reason why a lot of Kasivas run movement effects like Repulsor Beast and Demonic Lure is because when they have their Shadow Creep down, you can easily place them onto the Shadow Creep. Sorry, I'm just more shocked about what's going on more than anything. What is going on? Okay, so let's think about this. He'll have 7 mana next turn. The most amount of damage a Kasiva deck can deal to me is usually 4 using their first Shadow Nova. So next turn, Zir will be the play to play. The way to play. So the play, this is 1, 2, 3. So the play will be for me to move here, for me to put Elix here, and then for this to move here, this to move here, and then I buff that. Yeah, that's good. This is the beauty of Elix, allowing me to get positioning that I usually wouldn't be able to get. Okay. Here's the beauty of it, though. I'll attack into him with this. And the next turn I threaten lethal, while also making it really hard for him to do anything. If he does Shadow Nova this part, that's fine. Elix will be fully alive and well, and I think I'll have lethal by then. So the Shadow Nova is going to be absolutely bonkers. There's the Dark Transform. So I don't have lethal. That's absolutely fine. Usually I would just play another Elix at this point. But getting rid of this and the let's see. Oh! That's a much better play? No. Because it doesn't allow me to pump out a threat. So, I do invariably believe that the correct play is to do this. Trade this. Hopefully it summons here. Wishful thinking. Yes. Otherwise I would have just, you know, done this. So we corner him. By the way I'm positioning all my units, as you can see, is that it's in such a way that even if he does do a shadow. What is going on? What's this guy playing? I'm so amused and confused at the same time. Anyway, I think that's lethal. So that's... Yep, that's absolutely lethal. By the way, the good thing about Lasting Judgment, and a lot of people underestimate this, is that Lasting Judgment is also damage. This is 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 7. So that's way more than enough for lethal. So that's that. Lasting Judgment. Lasting Judgment. Hit. Bam for 15. And that was a good game. Yeah, that was generally a good game. I was always expecting the Shadow Nova to come, but it didn't, so I'm assuming my opponent just didn't have it. Wow, that was like all the achievements in one game. Wow, did all my quests finish? Oh no, I have a Abyssian Challenger. I don't play Abyssian. Ultimate Aggressor, deal 40 damage in a single game. That's not that hard with a deck that's all about removal. Strangely enough, the Ultimate Aggressor quest is contradictory to what it usually seems, because most of the time, only control decks would be able to get Ultimate Aggressor, because to get 40 damage out in a game, you have to deal with minions, and dealing with minions isn't a aggro thing to do. So usually, I would keep this against Lilith, that's extra Tempest, but since I'm not against a Lilith, I won't. So this is a really decent hand as well. It has a decent amount of threats, and it has Circle of Life. Some Kasiva decks do run the, oh, whatever his name is, but he's a 4-mana 4/5. The guy who turns things that kills into Shadow Creep. I always forget his name, but this is an easy way to kill that while maintaining some health. Oh no, my Motism. So in the previous one, I did a attack this and then summon a Silverguard Nightblade. That's practically the same thing here, but my opponent has a 4/3 instead of a 2/4, and a 4/3 is way too much damage for me to take twice. Because that's 8 health, that's 1/3 my entire health bar. That's too much. I know that the health is merely a resource in this game, but in Duelyst, you can't afford to lose too much life. Next turn, the play is to hopefully Iron Cleave his butt. Remember what I said about Iron Cleaving his butt? That's not gonna happen. Well, of course, I do have an answer to this. And it's as simple as doing that. Then next turn, I Iron Cleave his butt. Again, as I've said, you don't attack the enemy general because of the fact that you don't want to give your opponent extra damage on you. Also note that the reason why I didn't do my own Primus... Are you serious? You have like... He's an aggressive deck? Oh no, he's just using that as a heal. Alright. This is actually a really weird choice. But I can't live... I'd usually let this live and just summon my Iron Cleave. Tempest is not going to be that good, but maybe it's going to be good for later on. So the reason why I'm troubled is because I usually just play my Iron Cleave, and that's fine. But up against like a Kasiva deck, who's literally not played any removal, I think it's better to just kill this thing. Alright. Besides, I'm denying him a lot of Abyssal Scars, so the more and more I delay his Abyssal Scars, the better. So next turn can be an easy Elix play. But likely I'm gonna do Iron Cleave into Roar. That's okay. But with the way his deck's constructed, it seems like he's running a super aggressive... He is running an aggressive deck. That's so weird. If that's the case... Oh, he's running an aggressive deck that uses Shadow Novas at the end. Alright. If that's really the case, then my Iron Cleave's gonna be super good today. And we deal damage to this. Because, yeah, I'm gonna mulligan some cards. It's fine. Milling me is not that good. But, of course, the lack of the draw is important. Demonic Lure. Oh, snap. So he is an aggressive deck. He's gonna trade this into me. This is gonna become a problem really quickly. But this signals to me that he doesn't have Shadow Nova. I think. I hope. This is quite an interesting deck I'm up against, by the way. Is he just gonna go face with everything? Oh my goodness, what is going on? I am one off lethal. He's an aggressive deck. That is so weird. But kind of cool too. There's actually many ways to play this turn. Tempest is not one of them. I didn't draw my Zir. Okay. This might seem really weird, but this is what I'm planning to do. It's to move here. Martyrdom my own Iron Cleave. Play this, do this. This gives me 6 health, which is less than a Dark Seed. This also gives me, because Dark Seed only deals 5, since I only have 5 cards in my hand. He'll also only deal 4 damage with Shadow Nova. So the only feasible way I can find him killing me is by removing this and then playing... Oh. Oh. So it seems like he doesn't have it. That's good. Spelljammer. Alright. So silencing, it's not gonna be that useful this. Oh my goodness, that's exactly what I needed. And a heal, sorry, and this, and this, and a heal to me. And of course I move away, but not too far away, just here. So this moving away makes it so that if he does Shadow Nova, he only has to pick one of them. That's good. He can't target this with Abyssal Scar either, making it really good. So, hopefully we draw into our heals. Man, Spectral Blade is honestly one of the best Abyssian cards ever in the world. Blaze it. Yep, a Dark Seed. But that's a really interesting synergy that I've never thought of until now. Is that you can Dark Seed. You can pump up the Dark Seed by doing that. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Oh wow, he takes out my card. Again, silences aren't going to be that useful. Tempest isn't that useful either. That's 6. 3 mana left. I guess we can draw. That's not helping. Yeah, I guess that's a decent play. We play this here. We get rid of this. And I move far, far away from you. Dancing Blades is really not living up to my expectations. I put this card in the deck. Oh no, does he have enough damage? Oh, good game. Oh, I hadn't considered the possibility of the Tigers. But hey, You win some, you lose some. So, what lost me that game was failing to realize that he was an aggressive Kasiva deck. That was still so weird. An aggressive Kasiva deck. But anyway, let's end this by opening some packs. Packs are always fun. Let's buy two packs. Alright. Lag incoming. Some pretty okay cards, one of my favorite cards. Wow, legendary! This is actually pretty cool because I'm a Kickstarter backer and I have one copy of every card in the game except for Vanar cards. So I don't have a copy of this guy. Now I do. That's pretty cool. So that pretty much does it for this episode of the workshop. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, do put them in the comment section down below and I'll be sure to answer. Without much else to say, thanks for watching and good night.